Hey there, and welcome back to Recap Mania. Today, I'm going to explain the movie Boyka, Undisputed Four. The movie begins in Ukraine with Boyka, the fiercest fighter in the world, getting released from a maximum security prison after serving 10 years. Boyka is remorseful for the mistakes he made in his life and still participates in illegal fights. But at the same time, he dreams of getting out of this quagmire to participate in world championships. One day while exercising at the Key Sports Center, Boyka's manager tells him that he can arrange a legal match for him, and if he wins the match, he will be able to participate in an international martial arts tournament. Boyka is very happy because he will finally be able to achieve his dream. When the time for the match comes, he prepares to fight a person named Victor. They enter the ring, and the referee gives them instructions, and then the match begins. Victor was a strong opponent for Boyka, but was able to hit him and knock him down. But Victor gathers his strength and gets up again. Eventually, Boyka hits Victor as hard as he could, and was able to knock him down to win the match. After which, Boyka is informed that he will be participating at the international tournament in 2 weeks. His business manager also congratulates him and gives him money because of his victory. When he gets out, he witnesses the paramedics taking Victor to the hospital, and they tell him that his health condition is very critical because of his concussion. He feels guilty for causing it. The next day, Boyka goes to his manager, who informs him about Victor's death, and also tells him that he is not responsible for what happened. But Boyka asks him to see Victor's belongings that he left in the safe, because he was training in the same gym with him. He finds out that Victor is married and has a family in Russia. Boyka then decides to travel to Russia and asks his business manager to make a fake passport for him. His manager warns him that he might be arrested, but is determined to go and tells him that he will be back before the tournament from Russia.
It's a mistake.
At Victor's funeral, we see his wife, Alma, being watched by a corrupt businessman named Zourab. After the funeral ceremony is over, Zourab tells Alma that her husband owed him and now he wants his money. She tells him that she will work for him to pay the money.
What does it matter now, except for the fact that you owe me?
Boyka is ready to go to Russia as his manager brings him a fake passport and tells him to stay out of trouble in Russia. Under the pretext of visiting his sick uncle, Boyka enters Russia. The next day, he goes to where Alma works and watches Zourab's men take a little girl who was with Alma with them.
Where are they going? She's going to work now. Where?
Boyka, through one of Zourab's men, learns why they took the little girl and that Alma works as a waitress at one of Zourab's underground fighting clubs in order to pay off the debts owed by her husband. Boyka tries to talk to Alma and asks Zourab for permission, but Zourab refuses and asks him to stay away from Alma. Boyka walks away, but Zourab asks his men to watch him.
Keep an eye on me.
The next day, he goes to the place where Alma works. He beats up a guard who works for Zourab to see Alma and passes on the letter that Victor had written to her. He also confesses to her that he was the one who caused her husband's death. He tells her that he has come to Russia to apologize to her and to help her. He tries to give her the money he earned as a result of winning the match, but she kicks him out and is angry at him for causing her husband's death.
You took my husband's life. You murderer. Take this back.
Boyka is not happy and promises to pay off Alma's debts and talks to Zourab. He offers to play 3 matches for him, and in return he leaves Alma alone. Zourab asks Boyka to train in his club to prepare for the fight, and lets him know that he is aware that the Russian police are chasing him. However, he assures Boyka that he would not tell the police about him. In the first match, Boyka was able to hit his opponent fiercely and won the match. After which, Igor tells him that he is waiting to fight him. Zourab asks Alma to give Boyka a drink and to congratulate him. He asks her if she knows another place to train because the gym where he trains is causing him problems. She tells him he can train in the gym where she works. In his second match, Boyka is surprised when he learns that he will fight 2 people at the request of Zourab. Boyka gathers his strength and is able to beat them and win the match. But the victory comes at the cost of an inquiry. Zourab then meets a corrupt officer working in Chornya prison and gives him the money to bring the fighter, Koshmar, to fight Boyka.
I want you to get me Koshmar.
Koshmar's the nightmare.
The match between Boyka and Koshmar begins, where beating the latter proves to be difficult for Boyka. After an intense bout and taking inspiration from Alma, Boyka hits Koshmar with some of the most lethal techniques he has ever used and wins the match. Alma is very happy with his victory. Meanwhile, Boyka realizes that he only has a quarter of an hour left to catch the bus. He exits the ring and heads for the exit door. An angry Zourab congratulates him, but does not keep his promise and refuses to release Alma. After that, his men beat up Boyka and everyone leaves the place. Zourab's men beat up Boyka, who fights back and overpowers them. Zourab tries to escape using Alma as a shield, but Boyka soon catches up. Amidst a standoff, Alma distracts Zourab, creating an opportunity for Boyka to tackle him. However, Boyka gets shot and arrested by the police. After 6 months, he is treated and returned to prison. Alma goes to visit Boyka and tells him that she is happy that he has recovered from his injury. Boyka asks her about the children she takes care of, and she shows him drawings of the children that they drew of him because they were impressed. Alma tells him that because of his help, she was able to regain her dignity and freedom. Alma tells Boyka that she has forgiven him for what he did to her. Boyka thanks her for forgiving him and returns to fight in the prison ring after losing the dream of participating in the international tournament. So with that, this movie recap episode has come to an end here. Let us know if you are intrigued to watch the movie after seeing our recap in the comments section below. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more recaps. Till then, goodbye.